short introduction to the School Company Fair, which we've been setting up for the last 6-7 months actually. It's quite a big project. We have today 70 school companies who are going to be exhibiting in our main fair hall in the gymnasium. We do this every 2 years, an international school company fair. We have 6 partners who bring the school companies through various programs, and they come together here. It's unique in that form. Usually the programs have individual fairs. I'm not going to tell you a lot about the school companies itself because your objective today is to actually scrutinize them, and to come at them with your ideas and to ask them your questions. But I want to tell you about the 6 programs so that you know what kind of school companies you will be meeting. The one program is called the German Children's and Youth Foundation, Deutsche Kinder- und Jugendstiftung, and they go into schools in all of Germany and they assist in the founding of school companies. These school companies then continue to work as school companies and can last for many years, depending on when the students started. If they started in 9th grade, it can last 4 years. And some of those students actually become entrepreneurs directly out of high school and run that particular company. So it's a very sustainable program in that sense. Then we have another program called Junior. All these you'll be meeting in the fair again. And their program is that they guide a 1-year program. So they start the school companies when school begins in August, September. And they run the program for 1 year, teaching them entrepreneurship, teaching them business plans, teaching them accounting, and then showing them during this 1 year how a company can be produced. And then also, unfortunately, that company will end at the end of the year. And these companies then actually dissolve. Because it's really specifically as a learning program for schools. Then another program we have is called Networks for Linked School Companies, ASIC. This is a very special program again because it works with special needs students. So they go into difficult schools, meaning schools that end in 10th grade, where a lot of the students are supposed to go into vocational training after school, but there's a problem in the German economy right now that there's not enough space for them, so that actually they are running into unemployment at age 16 very quickly. So this particular program teaches these students that when they're finished with 10th grade, with this knowledge that they're working with, they can enter directly into entrepreneur environment. So I'm telling the programs also point out that certain kind of companies are more important than others. So you can probably see that this particular program will be running more vocational companies, more like how to fix bicycles and things like that, or how to fix cars. So it's very different. That's why I want you to make sure that you know who you will be looking at, and they're all next to each other, row by row. The 4th program, who some of you may have encountered last year when you were here, is Oikos. They work directly with fair trade. So they promote fair trade amongst the school companies. And the companies that are here, unfortunately, only 2 each day, they're working on trade between Europe and Africa on a school basis. Then the 5th program we have is one from Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, which is a state just north of Brandenburg. And they have a full-fledged program from within the Ministry of Education and Economics, and they run very high-level entrepreneurship with their students, and that's also very sustainable. And they take that out of high school then and become entrepreneurs afterwards. Then one more who I know 2 of these delegations here are very familiar with is the Achievers International program, and they deal with international trade. Their focus is how do we trade across borders. And I know Balomani and Jon Bauer have had contact with this. You'll actually find that Balomani and Jon Bauer are actually in the exhibit with different students from those particular schools. So that's a short little presentation of who you will be meeting there. And I know you have questions prepared for them. And also, in order for these students to know who will be asking these questions, because remember, they are shy and youth as you are yourself, so they maybe will feel a little bit apprehensive, language barrier, they don't know who you are, you're asking them strange questions about fair trade and about ecology. So that's why we will need you, as it says in the program, and as we've informed you, to present on the main stage who you are. Yes, and maybe we can have country delegates. We'll be needing these country delegates anyways. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So I would like to know which, from each country, one delegate who will be, I know you were last year, who will be representing your country on for the rest of the week.